All right, so good morning from Baraka. I think it's past midnight, so technically it's morning. But I want to talk about the Filipina that you would want to date if you don't really want to or can't afford to be a full financier of a woman's life. Say that you have $1,000 a month and that's all you got, or you got $400,000, but you're 30 and you don't think you can ever make a penny in the Philippines, so you got to have 400 months worth of money. Here's the best type of Filipina to get with. Probably going to be like the young lady that I met today, or the lady that's actually, I believe, in her 40s, but still attractive and still looks great and stuff. It's going to be a girl that has something going on of her own beyond a regular Philippines wage type of job. So that's going to be somebody that's doing YouTube, somebody that's doing something commission based, someone that's popular on TikTok or Instagram that's getting paid for ad sponsorships, somebody that has multiple food carts. Can even be like a small entrepreneurial endeavor that you could perhaps even help her with to expand. But that's the type of girl that you're going to want to get, someone that has their head on straight, that figured it out. It's usually not going to be the 21-year-old babe, unfortunately, but, you know, a girl that's maybe, you know, in her 30s or perhaps early 40s. But some of these girls are still very attractive and look like they're 30, or, you know, have the body of a 25-year-old. So it's really not, you're not really losing anything there. But yeah, you want to get with a smart Filipina that kind of figured out that the pay in the Philippines will never be correct, and they didn't necessarily want to become an OFW. So someone that's doing like leasing or selling condos in a BGC or a Boracay that's actually made some sales. Someone that, again, maybe figured out YouTube. Someone that figured out some type of a US dollar thing or a commission-based thing, so that she wasn't just kind of stuck with the, you know, 500 to 1,000 pesos a day, regardless of, even if you get a job at a call center, you're still kind of stuck in that matrix, and that's considered a really, really good job out here. But you're still not going to even make my BGC rent working 5 days a week. And that's not a put down or anything. I'm a foreigner and I could run out of money at any time, and I'm now Airbnb-ing that to make that make sense and not walk away from it. But that's what you want, is a girl that still looks good, but a girl that's like, could be anywhere from like 30 to 40 if she's doing real estate. Probably if you were blessed enough to get a girl that has like 1 million followers on TikTok or something, that's some gorgeous Filipina stunner that's getting brand deals and ad sponsorships and has a TikTok store, or a girl that's figured out YouTube even on like a small level, like maybe a little bit bigger than my channel, like 10,000 subscribers, and she's getting donations and she's getting Google AdSense money and she's getting sponsorships from like a Christian Filipina type thing. These girls do exist. They're few and far between, and you know, a lot of times you're going to opt with the 19-year-old girl because you just kind of know that that's more your speed, or you're willing to pay. But I'm talking for guys that got $1,000 a month. I'm talking for guys that just can't allow themselves to do that because they were, you know, somehow dating top tier girls in America, and they don't really want to be the absolutely everything guy, because that's what you are when you take on a young girl and you move her in. Because like if she has 5,000 in savings, or she works and makes 200 a month, and you don't get to see her 6 days out of the week or whatever, you're paying for all of your bills, which you would in America. I mean, when I moved a girl in America, I wouldn't tell her, hey, do you got your half of the, you know, $2,000 rent on the first? Because I was going to live there anyway, and I just wanted her to accompany me. And when she would run out of money, if she ran out of money, we would still go to the same places to eat. If she, you know, needed some stuff, you know, whatever products, bathroom products or clothing or whatever, I would pay for it, because I'm basically in love with this girl, and she's like my wife minus the paperwork. If I'm allowing you to live in my domain and ride around in my fancy car with me and stuff, I don't really have any problem with that. And I don't even think that's simping, because these girls had spoiled me when they had money when we first met, and they were way younger than me, and I just don't care. Especially when I'm still able to earn that 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 American dollars a month. I'm just that kind of guy, that I'm bossed up enough that I can do that. And I don't look at that as being a sugar daddy. A sugar daddy's like paying your bills, paying your car payment, paying your cell phone bill, you know, you're buying her Gucci and Louis. I never did any of that ever. But yeah, so at the end of the day, that's the type of girl you want to get with. You want to get with a girl that's working in a commission-based business, probably real estate, or you want to get a girl that figured out how to make American dollars, because you're going to be here in the Philippines, so an OFW is not going to really make sense for you. And I never suggest bringing women back to America, because you're probably going to lose them unless you're super duper dapper, Mr. Personality, Mr. Bodybuilder, whatever. Like, the competition is just too fierce, and that fresh, gorgeous Filipina is probably going to get snatched by somebody that's, you know, just waiting for you to bring her over. So I do not suggest doing that, but I do suggest that you get with a young woman, or even a woman that's middle-aged, that just has a hustle, like the girl I met today, that just straight up like knows what to do, knows how to crack them dollars out of the fucking system, and knows how to avoid the trap of the 530 peso Manila minimum wage, or even the trap of making 1,000 pesos a day. It's just not enough, and it's not enough to really keep up. But if you get a girl that really is on her shit, that really knows what's up, some girls have figured out ways to make money, whether they have multiple food carts, whether they have a little business, whether they have one of these shops or multiple shops, whether they have a family business, mainly real estate, could be an influencer, but these girls do exist. They're not gonna be hitting you up on the internet or whatever. You have to find them in real life at high class places, or, you know, run into them, or, you know, get introduced by a friend, or, you know, go out to nice restaurants or bars and stuff, and you can cold approach these girls. They're not necessarily going to get with you, but they're not going to be rude, and they'll be flattered that a foreigner, especially if you're handsome or you're, you know, whatever, they'll be flattered that you're even interested, because foreigners are a thing out here, especially if they're open to dating foreigners. So you can definitely cold approach them at the Starbucks, or, you know, whatever, and it doesn't really matter, because you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take in life. So I'm definitely leaning towards meeting someone in real life rather than doing the internet thing, because it's just too much to navigate. It's just too many people, and I don't know, that's just what it would be for anyone. I don't care, you know, what you look like or what anything. If you get on these dating sites, man, and you get more than one or whatever, you'll have 30 messages every time you log in, and it's just too much to navigate. And I've done it with success, but I'm going to try a different route now. And it's not a bad idea if you're here, boots on the ground. If you're not, you definitely need to do that, and you need to at least see if you can find someone, or see if you can get some meetings set up in different cities or whatever. But there are really high class Filipinas, and I've met a few in Boracay now that are like super on their business, and they have money, and they're still very beautiful, even if they are, you know, 32 to 42 or whatever. They're still have super high value and are drop dead gorgeous. So it can happen, and that's just my thoughts. If you're a guy that's either not willing to pay, or more than likely just can't afford to, you know, if you're under $1,200 a month or something, you can't afford a girlfriend as like a full responsibility and helping the family, and like, you know, buying $20 or 1,200 peso buffets for her every day, or 300 peso Starbucks every single day of your life. You just simply can't afford it. You have to be realistic about what you can and can't afford, and that's something you can't afford, as much as it would be nice if you could. So just my thoughts as someone that's been here for a minute now and has met a lot of girls that I've just been friendly with. Some I've obviously hooked up with, some of them I haven't, some I've dated, but I definitely know a lot of Filipinas now, and I know the different tiers and different types. And this is a great type for you, because this is also someone that's going to be compatible for the long run, because you can have fun with that 21-year-old if you're 45 or 55, but compatibility wise, it's not going to last 50 years or something, because she's on TikTok every 5 seconds and you're like watching the stock market, or, you know, like, it's just not, you're not going to like the same music, you're not going to have the same energy levels. It's cool for a fling, it can last like a year or two even, or like a month or two, but there's no way, if you're really looking for love and you want to be together when you're 80 and she's 70 or whatever, it's not going to happen with a girl that's like under 30, more than likely. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, there aren't unicorns or there aren't exceptions to the rule, but realistically, you'd be better off just getting with a woman, if you're like my age, for instance, that's like within 15 years of you. If you're just really looking for love, if you're looking to hook up, go crazy, man. Have fun. Just don't lie to anyone, and don't piss anyone off in a foreign land, because that could be really ugly for you. But I just, that's my advice to anyone that's really looking for love and looking for a good Filipina. Find that type. They certainly exist. Most of them are in real estate, and most of them are very, very attractive. All right, that's all I got. I'll catch you guys on the next one.